Now, the NDC are confirmed Jane Naana Opoku Agyemang. There, the running mate for the former President John Dramani Mahama. Now, a bit of some questions are going to be sir, and even coming from within the NDC. Why is it there for about 24 years? They have not actually had anybody from the voter region. We to know why a presidential candidate and then put their way to know why support the presidential candidate. Is it there the NDC making it very clear that they are trying to reject the voter region? Now, these are some of the questions that Ghana people will be sir. Now, Obayan one there, the Richard Yahiaba, the director of communications for the NPP, Benano Kade, certain UNDC UTB Wahua, they told the party executive very clearly, the national NDC executives there. A corner what for that they are bringing Jane Naana Opoku Agyemang. It is going to be clear that they are going to lose, and this is on record. The NDC youth will state this youth no way through there. How come they will be in a period? He has been losing, not because she has been losing with a very small margin, with a very large margin. Former President John Dramani Mahama is a candidate for them, but the running mate is going to be a problem. Until they feel that Jane Naana Opoku Agyemang is not supposed to be one of the options. But no, as someone called city, it is the same thing that also happening. Which they have back on now. Okay, the moment that they picked Jane Naana Opoku Agyemang clearly shows their fate in the 2024 elections. But from me, I'm going to give you the whole gist. As on some occasion, I'm not also I'm going to make it the first video. I'm going to make it the second video. Share video from the beginning to the end. Like a video, I'm not sure I'm going to be more videos today.
We knew the NDC was losing this election with the selection of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as their flag bearer. But what sealed it for them was the re-nomination of Professor Jane Naana Opoku Agyemang as the running mate. All it is that they have brought forward the old, the rejected, that which did not prove acceptable to Ghanaians, and so therefore was rejected. And so, energy, that's similarly. Oh, please.
No, hold on. Wait. I didn't invite. Just may have the opportunity to say the last word.
The point is that they have nothing to offer. The last time they tried it, their vision was roundly rejected. But for me, I like to, in expressing my eternal support for female participation in our politics, to say that yes, it's okay, it's a good idea to bring women along, but it's not sufficient when the emphasis is not on, I want to be very careful here, when the emphasis is not on adding value, because we know that the former Minister for Education, when she was there, the catastrophe she left was mind-boggling. It was under her that even chalk was hard to come by in this country. It was around when she was minister that it was difficult even to get our kids chalk to write in the classroom. And so all the matters related to the reversal of established education support policies relative to the teacher trainee allowances that were rolled back, I don't see her coming with any vision.
You don't have a vice presidential partner yet, and it is suspected that your vice presidential person will come from people who are already deep in the politics, and they'll be mad.
No, I mean, it's not a question of mad. That's for mad, you can, even Jesus, right? Even Muhammad, people found mad on them to throw. So it's not even a question about that. It's about the person's performance and track record.
Okay.
This track record we are talking about exudes no confidence. It's one that was rejected, and so therefore there's nothing to write home about.
But he just told you
to that.
And so listening to the first part of the video, it could clearly show you there. The NDC in itself, Jane Naana Opoku Agyemang has no difference according to the Honorable Richard Ahiaba, because he feels very confident there. He was being better and when the second time now, NDC fairly with a margin of 1 million votes. Listen, this is actually going to be a record, and this kind of record is going to be very hard to break. You tell me that the last elections, 2020 elections, you tell me that NPP was able to get more votes, over 1 million votes more than NDC. 1 million votes. It has never happened in Ghana before. 1 million votes. Then that is huge. In Sekatram there, as at this time, Jane Naana Opoku Agyemang is still going to pull some surprises as being a running mate. Well, perhaps the NDC will more by so perhaps yeah. It's according to Richard Nahiaba comparing the 67th independence of Ghana no NDC for kaka concern bebre. Na kwana for no was cancer no either work Kasitia or Kasitia Nanado, Kasitia His Excellency, Kasitia Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Amin Pokra. And also there, when we check Ghana from day one till now, NDC will waste Ghana for any time. And these are some of the reasons who stated. What was I share video now? Oma Obiso Nansanka video today. Then share video.
I think that certainly we're doing that. And if you look at the horizon where we come from and where we are today, you certainly can say that if the Big Six visited Ghana today, they'll be proud what we have achieved. See, primarily, I think I want to make the point that the idea of self-determination is not for us to prove anything to anybody. It's a fundamental right for us to determine how to live well according to our values and beliefs. That, in of itself, is achievement. For any group of people to have the capacity to self-determine that we are a society where a group of people will live according to our values and beliefs is a fundamental right that we have asserted, and we thank our forebears for struggling to attain that for us, and we have built on that considerably. And if you look at today, where Ghana is, a lot of us will be proud, but for the wastages that occurred and that the antecedents of the NDC, the PNDC, wasting a vast amount of years in military rule and subsequently the First Republic, the first 8 years of the Fourth Republic, I think that would have gone far, but we'll regain those lost years. But I want to agree with Prof. H.C. Prempeh that we have not made intelligent use of our resources. And that also, in part, is due to the NDC disruptions and the wasting of our time for a long time. You know, up until last year, 2022 or so, when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, President Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration, faced with a challenge, decided that as a people, we will make a different choice in relation to how we consume the gold that God has blessed us with. And so for that purpose, came up with a policy for the Bank of Ghana to purchase gold. That exercise, up until that exercise, Samson, the wealth of this country in terms of solid gold in hand of this country was less than 9 tons. Of this country was less than 9 tons. If you compose that in terms of kilogram, it'd probably be equal to about 8,700 kilograms, equal to about 170, 74 or so bags of cement. That's what the Gold Coast had in terms of gold to call in hand. But then the decision was made. This is where we start to say that we must make intelligent use of our resources. So say, let's purchase gold, one, to back our currency. And we have done that since last year when this program started. We've purchased about some 26 tons of gold, okay? If you compare that, or if you add that to what the gold that has been purchased under the Gold for Oil program, is a total of about 49 or so tons of gold. That is in manyfold more than what we have accumulated since independence. The truth of the matter is that we need to be smarter. In fact, in dollar terms of this, just the gold that I'm talking about, in dollar terms, a total of about 2.73 billion that has been unlocked. And those actually are some of the measures that has brought the economy in the place we find it today. So on the basis of that, we are moving forward as a country with a vision to henceforth make intelligent use of our resources. Dr. Bawumia, in his vision, is looking at ushering Ghana into a golden age for the maximization of the benefits of our natural resources. Right. That, for me, is the future we're working toward.
Richard Ahiaba, the Director of Communications for the NPP, one very clear there. certain things be with the NDC. They just wasted Ghana for one time. Why don't you say, do you think that's more than the Corona? Or some bodu be there? Apart from the wasting of Ghana for one time, the NPP wired because just the goal for oil deal, you save a lot of tons, even since independence. It's just within one particular policy. Now it saved more tons of gold, more than what you've even started saving since oil independence. And that should tell you that smart ideas, smart policies from Oye Akachi of Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, it's what we are looking for. That monetization policy, and no bombers not answer many questions. But every day be said, in a NDC for what I am paying with the papaya about the pan or the papaya in review. Chawag in the comment section, no, you why don't you miss more because moving forward now, some of them come you good idea. Now I'm going to bring you more series of this particular thing. Now I'm paying forward workers at you may be at the NDC for a year. Or from my put my phone, I'm a credit to the